Happy Saturday, July 5th, time and temp. We've got 8:50, 66 degrees. It's beautiful out. We are on our way. You can see we got the V-Ride in tow behind us here. And we're going down to Mahopac. Knocking out a couple lawns and calling it a weekend. My plan was initially to get these done on the 3rd, Thursday before July 4th, day before July 4th. But we had some crazy rain come through, and then I was thinking about knocking them out in the morning yesterday on July 4th. I'm only doing a couple, and one of them are my mother and father-in-law who are away, and they wouldn't care anyway. It was really just one property. I don't like to mow on holidays. You know, people might have parties. Not that they're going to have a party at 9 o'clock in the morning, but, you know, they could be, you know, prepping. Who knows if they have tents. You know, I wanted to get this in before, you know, they could have a party today. I don't really prefer not to go down there on the weekend as well, but it is what it is. Is what it is. We're gonna knock them out week ahead this coming week. Doesn't look that great. It looks like I might get, there's gonna be rain moving in Monday night, and then it just looks like, I don't know, just endless rain all week. I'm sure it's not going to be rain every single moment of every day next week, but it looks like I'll get Monday in. I'll probably do a lot on Monday, and then you can see trees down here. We did have some nasty storms. Just real quick before I get sidetracked, and then I don't know, play everything by ear and see how we finish the week. Unfortunately, it is schedule-wise kind of a busier week for me. With the amount of lawns I have to do, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, you can't control the weather, so you just have to roll with it. People should understand for the most part. And yeah, and I went this way again, and say this every few months in my videos. The Stormville Flea Market is today, so I don't know. I should have continued going went a different way, but it's before 9 o'clock, so everybody should be just setting up, and it should be all right. Anyhow, we did have some crazy storms go through. A lot of downed trees and stuff like that. Power. We did not lose power, but we actually we were the last ones to get. We had takeout from a place that lost power, and they told me that they were bagging our food, packaging it up as the power went out. So we were like the very last ones to get our order in, which is very fortunate. But hey, yeah, just keep on growing. We're in the heat of the summer now. You know, July and August aren't really big production months for me in terms of project. You know, projects are big in the spring and June. But once you get past July 4th, usually it's Memorial Day, right? Everybody wants their flowers and garden beds looking good, mulch and whatever by Memorial Day. And then then they get the itch to do something else. And that something else happens between Memorial Day and July 4th. After that, though, it's the heat of the summer. They usually requests kind of die out, and it's just routine mow, blow, what have you. So that's kind of where we're at now, which is fine by me because I need to take care of a bunch of things on my own property, and you know, can use a little bit of a break. We've just been going so crazy when the rain doesn't help. But you can see we're slowing down up ahead. We got the market, and I'll have the firefighter. All right, I will kill the video here. Everybody have a great rest of your day. The other thing I was just thinking of, this will probably be the second clip in the Saturday, July 5th video. Last Saturday, a week ago, I just saw one which sparked my memory to last week. I took my wife's Explorer in for its first oil change, whatever. And not the dealer I bought it from, but the local dealer to me was running. Basically, the reason I took it there is because they had like half off like a regular routine service if you test drove a car for their like employee pricing deal. So, you know, in my head, I know they're obviously going to hound you and try and get you to buy something because, you know, that's their play. But I'm like, hey, if, you know, it costs, half off the service, that's, you know, I think it ended up saving me $42.50 or something like that, whatever. But hey, and I got to test drive anything you want. So I was thinking, this truck's going nowhere. This truck is going absolutely nowhere. Right now, my daily driver to work in the city is a Tiguan. That used to be my wife's car. Then we got her the Explorer, and that's what I've been driving. And I'll be honest, it's okay. It's not my favorite. But we don't pay much. It doesn't really. The maintenance on it is a lot. But it doesn't. It's not like it's basically paid off. We could pay it off tomorrow. There's like no interest on it. I think it has like a 0.9% loan, with like not much left on it at all. So it just doesn't make sense to. But there's actually good value in it. I'm not, but we don't want to. We've got to save money. We're not buying a new car. So it just is what it is. But in my head, I'm like, let me. This is a diesel truck. I'm very pro diesel, pro gas. I don't like them pushing the electric nonsense. However, I like the electric cars. I like electric vehicles. I think I like them as like my belief is if that's what you want to buy, that's what you want to buy. Don't force it on anybody. So be it. But I test drove the Lightning because I've been like, I would like something for me that's a little bigger than the Tiguan. It doesn't have to be as big as like the Explorer, but like, I don't know, like something in that kind of size. So like really like the Model Ys, the Mach-E's, whatever, are really a little bit on the small side for what I kind of want. And I always like the idea of even like the Maveric's small, so not what I'm trying to say here in terms of size, but I like the idea of having a second truck, because this one's always hooked up to a trailer. I like, I'm a truck guy, it is what it is. And I like the idea of no maintenance. Tires are a big wear item because on these EVs, but you really, with all the regenerative braking, you don't use your brakes. There's no oil changes constantly. I love the idea of just filling it up or charging it overnight, not having to fill up. And by me, it's the gas stations like right by my house are kind of expensive, so I kind of plan when I fill up accordingly. But I might have to go out of the way or just take kind of an expensive hit, for whatever. But I like that idea of whatever. And obviously we would always I would have this diesel truck. My wife has the brand new Explorer, so we have like, I would not road trip in an EV. That does not, that I know with fast charging, it's not bad, but I would not take, but I was just kind of curious. Let me drive this Lightning, and I really liked the front trunk could easily fit a big stroller. I like how it's power, whatever. I hate the grill on the Lightnings, but the flash is kind of a perfect spec. I wish it was. I wish they have like the seats are really. It's a soft. It's like a faux leather. But they're really soft and nice, but they're like gray because they almost look work truck spec when you have a lot of tech and a lot of, like, I don't know. I wish it was black. If it was black faux leather, but even, I don't know, even like a different shade, it just looks a little work trucky on the inside. But anyway, their sales end Monday. The employee pricing, supposedly. I think they might extend it. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not buying one, so it doesn't really matter. But that's a play in the future. Obviously, it depends on pricing. Their values tank, so you could look at a used one. I kind of want to see the reliability of the battery over time, but you're talking 300 miles of range. Now, let's say it's even less. Let's say it's realistically to 280s. I do 130 something a day. So it's, even in cold, I worry about cold weather. But even if you half, which it's not going to be as extreme as half, but that's 150. Which brings you close to that 130 number. Which I don't think it would be that bad. I think it would probably get like 200. I think it would like lose 100 miles in the extreme cold. But it's just, I don't know. It's something to think about. Great space on the inside. They're expensive because it's a truck, but in terms of trucks are expensive, yes, but it is what it is in terms of the pricing. Their pricing on those flashes are like mid 70s, from anywhere in the 70s, depending on their spec. You can get a base flash for like 71, and then you can go up to like 79 if you option a flash, with like, the roof to this to that. And that's the one that has the 131 kilowatt battery, kilowatt hour battery, whatever. Big battery. It really does do 0 to 60 in like 3.8, which is, it's quick. And it really throws you back. It's impressive. But anyway, it's just an interesting thought. See what happens. Pick that up. We actually had a DOT cop at that corner there, which is on a Saturday morning. Interesting. Yeah, but incredibly smooth. I like all the intensity. I miss you. This is where everybody's gonna think I'm crazy because I'm, your classic like redneck pro diesel, pro this, pro horsepower, pro V8, pro everything. I will tell you, I had that Fusion Energy. I miss my hybrid, and I miss my plug-in hybrid, especially in the traffic. Like, you drive to the cities, and there's nothing like a hybrid in traffic. And you can't convince me otherwise. Like, you can shut off it's not even like the auto start stop turning on and off. Like, that doesn't bother me as much as some people. You could turn it, like, even if I turn it off, it doesn't matter. Like, just how easy and great hybrids are to drive in traffic is something I miss. And where I work, I'm not getting away from traffic. I'm not getting away from the bumper to bumper. I love the new Tesla Model Y. I think it's a beautiful car. I know everybody says cookie cutter, whatever. I think it's great. Now, what financial move would be to get one with like 10, 12,000 miles on it from a liberal that dumped like a 24, one that's like a year or two old. You don't get, you get the last year's model, so you don't get like the cooled seats. You don't get a few of the their self-driving hardware 4, which is supposedly amazing. But you know, those are going for like in the 30s when a new one's going for like 60. I don't know. But anyway, all this EV stuff's going to be interesting too, because Trump just signed the big beautiful bill. Beautiful. But it eliminates all the EV tax credit stuff. So I think that officially goes away in September now. So is there a big push end of the year to buy like an EV? I don't know. I also like how I'm all over the place with my thoughts right now, but I like how Ford was putting in home chargers for everybody, which is nice. You know, that's on the Ford end. I know it's not crazy expensive to do, but you know, to me, Tesla's charging network is just so superior. Yes, you can get adapters and charge Fords on it now, but like, but if you're just really using it, plugging it in every night, you know, and that's all you're doing, like, that you should be fine. But anyway, technically got paid $42 for that Lightning test drive, which was pretty cool. It does make me kind of want one, because before, in the back of my mind, I was like, it's way too big, and I was worried about the range and whatever, and I'm kind of like, hey, you know, it's nice. The only thing that sucks about the Lightning is it uses last generation Ford tech, so it has like that same screen. Same thing with the Mach-E. Like, the tech that they came out with in the Explorer, and like the Escape has it. I'm trying to think what else has it. The new Expedition has it. You know, they're rolling out, their new models have it. That's really cool. That's a really good infotainment system. The other one's not bad, but you know, it just sucks to have something that's new and then buy something else that's new, and it's really like, you know, it's really old. So, but anyway, I'm kind of all over the place. I was like, look, you know, I just all over the place in what I want, but the Tiguan's gonna stay. We're not gonna buy anything. It is what it is. As an extended warranty on, just had a crazy amount of work done to it. The whole top end. This is I don't want to make a whole crazy long video, but the whole top end of the motor got rebuilt recently from an oil consumption issue. It was I guess burning oil, eating oil, whatever. It wasn't. There's no oil being like physically burned or smelled or whatever, but it was going through more than a quart of oil every 5,000 miles. So there was basically the whole top end got rebuilt in that motor, and the whole AC system got rebuilt last summer. Went through compressors and whatever, shred into the system, multiple flushes. It was a whole thing. The AC system in that car sucks though. You know, they claim it's where it should be. Like, that was the whole thing. Like, I don't know. I don't believe that car cools down near as well as it should. But you know, they say it's within spec. Everything's perfect. Whatever. I'm saying it's a shitty AC system. But it is what it is. That's why my wife has the Explorer, which cools down in 2 seconds for the baby. Anyway, just rambling on here, taking a trek up a mountain here, and about to knock out these few lawns, be done for the weekend. And everybody have a good 4th of July holiday. I hope number 249 was good for everybody. And yeah, we'll catch everybody back next video. Peace.